today to follow the Gumball 3000 from Phnom Penh to Siem Reap, where when we arrive at Angkor Wat, one of the 7 wonders of the world, they're going to attempt to break the Guinness Book World Record of the largest gathering of supercars ever. Needless to say, the next couple days are going to be epic. Crack open a beer, sit down, and enjoy my Gumball 3000 video. Let's go, baby. McLaren P1 GTR. Insane, right? Lamborghini Huracan STO. But what's even crazier is all of these cars here are local Cambodian cars that are not even competing in the Gumball 3000. But this is part of the group that's going to be following the Gumball 3000 tomorrow from Phnom Penh to Siem Reap. And I'll be in this group, but I'm riding in a little bit more special car. Something a little bit more JDM. We're hitting the road tomorrow at 6 a.m. and it's gonna be a crazy couple days, man. I'm so stoked for this journey. This is truly a once in a lifetime opportunity. All of these are the local cars. If you see a number on the side of the car, that means it's an actual Gumball participant. Again, these are just local Cambodian cars. The amount of exotic and luxury high-end cars in this country is unreal. You'll see more Bentleys and Rolls Royce and G-Wagons in Cambodia than you do in Dubai. I know it's shocking, but it's the truth. It is wild here. When it comes to exotics, man, Cambodia is crazy. Look at that thing, a 6-wheel Jeep. That's the whole thing's Rhino line. These 6-wheel conversions here in Cambodia are super popular, but this is my first time ever seeing a Tesla Cybertruck. They don't sell these in Thailand, and I live in Thailand, so obviously I've never seen one. And wow, look at that. Tesla Cybertruck wrapped like Mystic Chrome or like Chameleon. It's a pretty crazy looking thing in real life. Okay, look, don't get me wrong. I love the Lambos and the Ferraris, but for my personal taste, classic JDM and also classic European cars. Well, is an E46 M3 a classic European car now? So it's starting to rain, and I brought this up multiple times when we've had discussions about the Gumball on my CV Media Live channel. We've been talking about this for months. Choosing to do this in Southeast Asia in September, the peak of monsoon season, is insane. That's insane work to do this. You're from Malaysia, right? Cool. What do you drive in Malaysia? What do you drift in Malaysia? Same? Sylvia. What engine? 2JZ? Oh, nice. So that chick is a super famous drifter from Malaysia, and she's saying she drifts Sylvia with a built SR in it. So now it's time for the drift show, hosted by Cambodia Car Culture. That shit is wild, son, because when I'm in Thailand, I go to these events, most people don't even know who the hell I am. I'm just that one foreigner that always goes to all the car shows. But here in Cambodia, because everyone speaks English, I'm like recognized non-stop at these events. That was a total madhouse. Like literally that close to being an iShowSpeed live stream. Chaos, pure chaos. But I love it. Thank you for showing up, Cambodia. Thank you for the love. I appreciate you guys. I was like, what is going on? Making crazy pops and bangs. The Nissan Juke. By the way, guys, I do want to remind you, if you're coming to Thailand and you want to go for a ride on a turbo diesel Thai longtail riverboat, it is now possible. We're doing our next trip October 9th, and if you want to join us in a 400 horsepower turbo diesel longtail riverboat ripping the canals of Thailand, check the video description for all the details on how to reserve your spot. Okay, so what I'm being told is the Gumball crew is coming very soon. They should be here in a few minutes. Ignore that guy, pretend he's not here. I don't know what's going on. As you can see, there's definitely a crowd control issue going on here. Like I said earlier in this video during the drift segment, Cambodia is very similar to Thailand, where here safety definitely comes fifth. By the way, if you want your safety fifth racing team t-shirts sponsored by CB Media, check the link in the video description or just go to CB Media on youtube.com and get yours today. On the side of the door of this STO, here, they're team 1110. Look at the plates. Dubai plates on mine. What is that? It's a Ferrari 599, I think, with a naturally aspirated V12. These things sound so sick. Dang! Right. Holy shit! Check that out. North Carolina tag in the house. What's up? So far, I've seen Florida and North Carolina and California cars, and we're just getting started. Air-cooled 911 lights. Sometimes you gotta push them. I appreciate him attempting to drive through like 6 different countries in Southeast Asia in a 40-year-old 911. That Rolls Royce is like lifted. That right there is absolutely insane. Wow. That's beautiful, man. Where are you guys from? From New York? Ah, from Atlanta. Yeah. Have fun. Enjoy your time in Cambodia. Okay. At this point, cars coming in, revving, the crowd going nuts, people doing fist bumps. It's all getting a little repetitive. So, I'm gonna go have a beer, eat dinner, and I'll catch you guys tomorrow because we have a road trip to do. Phnom Penh to Angkor Wat. Let's go. Good morning. It is 6 a.m. and I've just arrived at our meeting point after a 15-minute tuk-tuk ride from my hotel. And while this P1 and the Ferrari and the 720 is sick, today's ride for me is something a little bit more CB Media. And that is my friend David's beautifully restored and built R32 GTR. It's time to hit the road.
Yeah, everything's been done, nothing left untouched.
Awesome, dude. Thanks, David. Yeah. So David is my Cambodian friend, but he spent most of his childhood growing up in Australia. So you will notice he pronounced the word GTR as GDI. But regardless, fully restored, built 2.8, Garrett twins, R34 6-speed, and a Haltech. Makes around 500 wheel horsepower. Very nice car. As you can see behind me, there's a row of police cars, and the reason for them is behind each police car is a group of 20 cars. And each group will leave here at staggered times to take the journey from Phnom Penh to Siem Reap, which is about 4 to 5 hours. But these police officers, these police cars are our lead cars. They are our escorts for this journey. It doesn't actually say like their team number. That means they're part of like the support crew. It means they're part of, this is all local Cambodian cars. Okay guys, it is officially go time. And one thing I forgot to tell you, we are currently riding 4 deep in an R32 GTR. And for those that don't know, here in Cambodia, it is the law that all cars must be left-hand drive. So welcome to David's left-hand drive GTR. Bro, we've been driving for 30 minutes and there are police officers on both sides of the roads, like every 60 to 90 seconds. Is it going to be like this the entire way?
How is it? Might be. No way.
Like, look.
Your drivetrain is going to 3,000 people. So 3,000 police officers.
3,000 police officers.
I thought 8.
What are you doing? Oh. Pee stop.
Over here we pee on the sidewalk.
Yeah, same in Thailand. You just, the world is your toilet.
The police has gone forward and we're waiting for it.
This is wild, man. This is crazy, dude. Raptor getting it, son. So this is David's brother?
Yeah.
Brother?
Yeah, brother.
Beautiful Porsche GT3 997. What is, in my opinion, peak 911. Did you scare her?
Yes, I did.
So his wife said, screw that. I'm getting out of the GT3. She's going for a ride in the van. And one of our guys is jumping in the GT3. So now we are down to 3 in a GTR. Oh! Red lights don't mean nothing to us. It's insane. You know, the reason I chose to do the Gumball here in Cambodia is a couple reasons. I'm not doing the Thailand trip. This is the only part of the Gumball where they allow other cars to be part of the journey itself. Now, we're not with the official Gumball crew, but we have, David, how many local cars are part of this?
I think about 200, 300 cars.
200 plus cars are that are not part of the Gumball are taking the journey from Phnom Penh to Siem Reap. And the fact that you're able to experience this here in Cambodia, that is the reason why I'm doing the Gumball 3000 here instead of Thailand. One thing I will say about riding in this car, oh, that sound of the RB, man. As far as inline turbo engines, it cannot be beat. It is undefeated. I'm a massive 2JZ fanboy, but the sound of an RB is just, oh my God. It's like JDM ear porn. And look at this guy. I'm on like 5 hours of sleep. They're on like 2.
Yeah, 2.
2?
Yeah.
Nice. Look at this. Everywhere we go, every few minutes, there's just giant crowds of people on the side of the road, like jumping up and down, waving, screaming, like entire groups of like school kids. Like I think they're actually leaving school to come out and stand on the side of the road and see all the cars pass by. Hello. So our first stop of the day is PTT fuel station to gas up. We're about an hour and a half into our 4-hour journey. And obviously so far, my favorite thing about this trip has been the RV26 turbo noises and just waving at the kids. What's up, man? Good to see you. How are you? So, what's up, dude? How are you? It's very obvious that these kids live in the middle of nowhere, and this group of cars coming through their little towns is a very, very big deal. And the amount of joy and happiness you see in these kids' faces when you just wave at them as you rip through their town in a 500 horsepower R32 GTR is honestly freaking awesome. So as most of you know, I'm not really a bike guy, but when I see a BMW leader bike full of carbon, the whole bike carbon, then it's very obvious it's a sick bike. We have a lot of really badass bikes joining us on this journey as like support vehicles, help park traffic, and it's just an unreal experience. This is so incredibly cool. We're not even part of like proper Gumball, but this is being done so proper, man. I'm very impressed with the organization, the amount of security, police, and support in general here in Cambodia when it comes to trying to achieve something like this. Again, 200 plus cars. Okay, so our original stop for lunch was completely overtaken by cars. Like there was no parking, and even if you did find a place to park, it would probably take hours to get a seat or get your food. So we have stopped in the middle of nowhere. Hello. And I guess we're attempting to get food here. We're going to have a very local Cambodian experience, I'm sure. This is going to be quite interesting. What's up, dude? Fist bump? So we are in an area of Cambodia that, yeah, white people just don't come here. This is not a place that tourists come. If you've ever wondered what a roadside Cambodian convenience store looks like, spicy home-style hot dog sausage, I'm gonna pass on that. You have some, it's like a peanut butter and jelly sandwich. And some small packs of, looks like ramen noodles, some type of spicy nuts. Hello. Yeah. I think I'm gonna pass on all this traditional Cambodian snack food, and we are going to head to Siem Reap, where we can get a proper lunch. I think that's the plan. I think that's the better plan. An hour later, we finally arrived to Siem Reap, exhausted from little to no sleep and starving because of literally no food. But we found a little local Cambodian restaurant on the outskirts of Angkor Wat. We were able to get some meat on a stick and this really delicious butter bread. And of course, beef lok lak. After checking into our hotels, we headed out to the night event where we were able to see some of the cars, including the Pagani Huayra, the Koenigsegg Regera, and finally see the DDE SVJ. Despite having our early morning ahead of us, we hit up the infamous pub street for a couple cold beers. Well, then iShowSpeed showed up, live streaming. He's celebrating 30 million subscribers, insane. But the place basically broke out into a mob, and it was an uncomfortable level of chaos. So it was time to call it a night. Good morning from Angkor Wat, one of the 7 wonders of the world. We're here about 8 a.m. We do have a light drizzle, but it is peak monsoon season here in Southeast Asia, so it is to be expected. And seeing these 2 Bugattis covered in rain and mud sitting in front of Angkor Wat is totally insane. We do have a few other cars here this morning, but we're still waiting on the rest of the Gumball crew, including the Koenigsegg Regera, the DDE crew, and more, which they should be coming soon. And today, they're trying to break the Guinness Book World Record for the most supercars in one place at one time. Will they achieve this goal? Stand by to find out. This dude is straight up mogging the entire crowd. Like, I'm not messing with that dude. You get your ass beat by a guy dressed like that in front of all these people, you will never live that down. So one thing that's interesting about these type of cars here in Cambodia, at least compared to Thailand where I live, is they have a quote unquote lower import duty tax. The tax on cars like this here in this country is only about 150%, where in Thailand you pay pretty much triple the amount. So you're gonna see a lot more cars like this here in Cambodia than in Thailand. But again, seeing these two completely covered in mud and this disgusting, these have to be the dirtiest Bugattis on planet Earth right now. Let me show you this. Like, this is not an anodized wheel. This is just brake dust and mud. The amount of dirt in this carbon rear splitter is insane. Like, come on, man. Again, they have to be the most disgusting Bugattis in the world. This one right here is very special because I don't know if you can see it through all the grime and everything, but this is a full carbon body Bugatti. Like, what is going on here? Is that factory on a Bugatti? I don't know. I don't know much about these cars because obviously they're just kind of out of my ballpark as far as my bank account goes. Oh, the reason is because this is a Chiron Super Sport, so it's different than that one over there. That's the reason why this one is full carbon. So to me, one of the most fascinating things about this rally is looking at the cars and where their tags are from. You see tags from Dubai, UK, pretty much all over the world. This C8 Corvette Stingray has got a Colorado tag. Yep, that's pretty crazy to see this here in Cambodia. Full carbon Koenigsegg Regera. For those that don't know, this vehicle is 1,500 horsepower and it actually has no transmission, which is one of the most fascinating things about this vehicle. It literally has a drive shaft that goes directly to the rear end with no transmission. You'll notice the carbon wheels. Look at the little Koenigsegg logo in the front. It lifts up. Did you see that? That is the front camera on that car. Wow. So I don't know how many cars are actually competing in the Gumball, but it's quite a lot. And obviously I'm not gonna show you every car because while a lot of them are cool, a stock Turbo S or a stock Ferrari is not really super interesting to me. So I'm gonna show you the cars that I personally enjoy, and those are the ones that are retro, like this beautiful air-cooled 911. Whoever is driving this is a badass. Attempting to drive a 40-year-old 911 through Southeast Asia in the middle of monsoon season is crazy. Yet they're here getting the job done. One of my favorite cars, look at this Rolls Royce. I talked to the guy that is driving this. It's actually factory suspension. It's just lifted to the max level it can be. And then he put custom fenders and a roof rack on the top of it to make it more Southeast Asia friendly. Dubai plate. This Dubai plate as well. Dubai is bringing the heat with the Rolls Royces. Another one of my favorite cars here is because, well, I'm an American, is this, the C7 ZR1. This guy's actually from Canada. Look at his team name, Team A. It's funny. It's a Canadian with a Corvette ZR1 in Cambodia. And also, it's not stock. It's tuned, makes about 800 horsepower, which is super easy on these cars. So I've been told this Carrera GT that's pulling in is from Thailand. Sweaty cop. Yep, Thai plate. If I'm not mistaken, that is the only Thai car here at the Gumball, if I'm not mistaken. Because unfortunately, Cream Pie, my E30, is not here. We'll have to go talk to that guy. He's from Thailand, but I don't know him. So maybe I'll make a new friend. So one thing I didn't tell you guys, because we're in Angkor Wat, they actually cannot rev their car, because if you rev your car too loud, it could cause damage to the temples here in Angkor Wat. I mean, you got to think, they are thousands and thousands of years old, and a lot of these cars are extremely loud, and the exhaust vibrations of some of these engines would literally damage the temples. So while here, you have to behave yourself, on your best behavior. Okay, forget about all the Huracans and Carrera GTs and Ferraris and Corvettes. This Rolls Royce is hands down my favorite car competing in the actual Gumball 3000. This thing is sick. I've been told it's using a Cummins turbo diesel, but I'm not sure. But you definitely hear that clack clack sound. This thing is sick. What is going on, bro? Of course it would be a Florida man bringing this here. So it is a Cummins? Oh, dude, I love it. My favorite car on the Gumball, for sure. So is this thing really just a Ram with a Rolls Royce body?
Yeah, but we extended it even more.
Dude, it's sick.
And then the 250 gallon ox tank, but it's a bear keeping up a hypercar.
Yeah, it's also big for Southeast Asia. So I kind of know, like, I know what it's like driving here, and I would not want to drive this here.
Oh yeah, no,
It's badass.
Is Bangkok gonna be a problem?
Oh. What's up? Definitely one of the best sounding cars at the Gumball. I know they're currently having transmission issues from what I've heard, and I think they're attempting to make it to Bangkok to get to the Lamborghini dealer there and hopefully get all that sorted. Here is one Huracan Cerato, and then guess what? Here's another one, two of them. I'm actually shocked that there's no 911 Dakars here. That really surprised me that none of them showed up. Again, that would be a perfect car for this rally here in Southeast Asia. Check it out, look. Florida tag in the house. There's a couple Florida guys here. Pennsylvania. America is represented very well here at the Gumball 3000 in Southeast Asia, and I love to see it.
How fucking hot is it in that mask? Very hot. Very hot. Very hot. Yeah. As hot as a fart in a phone booth.
Bun B. Nice. And the Toyota Fortuner. Probably the most boring car in the Gumball 3000, but the most reliable. While I was over there checking out the official Gumball cars, you had a whole new crew, a local crew rolling in, including RWB Cambodia, an Aventador SVJ, and a slammed wide body Huracan on air ride. See this guy? Who is obviously sweating his balls off in that suit here. He is from the Guinness Book of World Records, and they're going down the line, counting all the cars to hopefully achieve the goal of the world record of the most amount of supercars at one place at one time. Awesome. And I'm here for it. Nice. So the thing about the Gumball 3000 is picking your vehicle is very strategic. You need to have something that's comfortable and reliable, unless you're the Florida guys and the turbo diesel Rolls Royce psycho thing. So a lot of these cars, while awesome, my personal opinion, some of the best ones in this video were actually from the local Cambodian crew, like my friend David's R32 GTR. But they're doing multiple countries, like 6 or 7 countries over a 2-week period. Having something that's reliable, like a Urus, is actually a smart move. And then you have this guy in his air-cooled 911. Great to meet you, brother. Drive safe.
This is a real car. Everyone else is a pussy, all right? Just so we know, air conditioning is for little girls and people of a weak disposition. This is a proper car.
Yes! Yes! Manual transmission, naturally aspirated, rear-wheel drive, old school sports cars. The way to go. That's awesome too, though. That is awesome too, though. See you. You guys be safe. See you in Bangkok, bro.
Okay, man.
Be safe.
Pattaya crowd.
Yeah, what up? See you.
What's your contact?
On Instagram, just search CB Media. On Instagram. See you guys in Thailand. It is officially time for the Gumball crew to head to Thailand. They're leaving Siem Reap here in Angkor Wat to head to the Thailand-Cambodia border. Then they'll be making their way to Bangkok to Central World Festival Mall. I will not be there, but regardless, I hope you enjoyed my coverage of the Gumball 3000 here in Cambodia. Thank you for your support on this video, and I'll see you guys in another one very soon. Peace.